out to the race for the White House. It is your voice and your vote. And this morning, Donald Trump is drawing scorn from both sides of the aisle after mocking Senator John McCain's war record, calling him a loser and saying he's not a war hero. This is seemingly has to be the last straw from his GOP rivals who want him to end his campaign. ABC's Cecilia Vega is here, and Cecilia, some pretty inflammatory words from Trump.
Boy, you're right. Good morning, guys. Another week, another political firestorm courtesy of Donald Trump. But just as quickly as he lobbed an attack, this time the hits came right back at him.
You're fired.
This morning, Donald Trump has the political world fired up once again. But this time, he may have gone after the wrong person, John McCain.
He's not a war hero.
The brash billionaire saying McCain, a former Navy fighter pilot who spent 5.5 years as a POW during the Vietnam War, was actually no war hero at all.
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured.
Well, fellow Republicans did not like that. Nearly every single GOP candidate running for the White House firing back.
I will denounce anyone who speaks ill of someone who has been a prisoner of war.
Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush tweeting, "Enough with the slanderous attacks." Former Texas Governor Rick Perry saying Trump's comments make him unfit to be commander-in-chief. McCain's daughter Megan saying she's horrified, disgusted, there are no words. And across the aisle, Democrats outraged too.
There's nothing funny about the hate he is spewing.
McCain isn't commenting. Trump's war hero rant seen as payback for the Arizona senator's recent public comments accusing Trump of firing up the crazies with these now famous words.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
But Trump is not backing down. The Donald not just refusing to apologize, he doubled down, saying McCain has done so little for veterans.
And the controversies only seem to be helping so far. The latest polls show Trump surging to the head of the Republican pack. But here, again, is that front page Don Voyage. Some guys saying this most recent attack could finally be the one that maybe does his candidacy in.
Something that's kind of galvanizing both sides as well. Cecilia,
Certainly.
thank you.
Thanks, Cecilia. Let's stay on this story and go down to Washington now. And ABC's Martha Raddatz, who will be hosting this week, later this morning. Martha, you saw the cover of the New York Post. The New York Times is also saying this morning that this will, and I'm quoting here, probably mark the moment when Trump's candidacy went from boom to bust. So what's the sense in Washington? Can he survive this?
Well, I think you just have to look again at those comments that Cecilia went through right there and remember John McCain's service. He said that he's only a war hero, said Donald Trump, because he was captured. I think it would be pretty hard for John McCain not to be captured. He was shot down. I think he was on his 28th bombing mission over North Vietnam, broke both legs as he ejected from his fighter aircraft, broken arm. He was tortured, as Cecilia said, held 5.5 years. So all those comments are saying it's not just about John McCain. It's also about veterans. And we still have a lot of service members out there fighting on the battlefields around the world.
The criticism from the Republican Party has been much sharper on this one than on Trump's comments about Mexican immigrants. Do you think the party views this as a chance to drive Trump to the sidelines?
I think the Republican Party probably does. There have been statements from the Republican National Committee as well, and they've come together and said these are just completely inappropriate comments. So I think some people will try to step in and say, wait, what about me? I'm moderate. And you got Rick Perry, who's also a veteran, asking for Trump to step aside.
Trump is not known for backing down. Do you think we'll maybe see an apology on this one?
Boy, we haven't seen one yet, Dan, so I don't know whether you'll see an apology or not. He really did double down after making those comments, which surprised a lot of people. We'll have to wait and see if there's any apology forthcoming. I just can't predict that.
Martha Raddatz, we appreciate your analysis on a Sunday morning. And a reminder, Martha will have much more on this latest Trump dust-up, and she'll also be speaking with the Secretary of State, John Kerry, about that historic deal on the Iranian nuclear program. That's all coming up later this morning on This Week, right here on ABC.